Hey there, Investorholics. Today I'm just doing a quick overview or review of the performance of the Aussie ETF market in 2021. As we know, ETFs have really entered the mainstream as more and more private investors like ourselves appreciate the inherent benefits of ETFs. The main benefits are their low cost, they're diversified, and they're easily accessible. As we know, we can just buy and sell as any other share. Okay, so new retail investors accelerated the growth of the Aussie ETF market. The surge in retail flows were transformational for the industry. Investors continued to be attracted to ETFs due to their liquidity advantages, their transparency and low cost. As the industry has grown, the range of ETFs has increased from benchmark tracking ETFs to active ETFs. So we all kind of know that there's been an explosion of different type of products in the market. With this expanding range of products, it's believed even more funds will flow into the exchange-traded product market next year. I've seen estimates sort of predicting that the market cap of the exchange-traded products will, in Australia anyway, will reach about 200 billion, but sort of from where we are, that's not such a big leap as it may have been last year. Okay, just run through a few quick things. We'll have a look at 2021 funds under management. Just a quick look at the major themes from last year and also where we're going next year. Okay, as I sort of touched on, funds under management in the Aussie ETF market reached about $137 billion, and that's an increase of 95 billion on last year. So as I kind of touched on before, ETFs did really enter the mainstream, and the main reason of that being the case is the fact that they're low cost. You can diversify quite easily with them, and they're easy to buy and sell as well. So the stock market had a very strong year in 2021, and that's notwithstanding the US also reaching some quite striking highs. As we sort of touched on, we had net inflows into ETFs greater than 24 billion. ETFs make up around 90% of the Australian exchange traded product market, so that sort of includes a few other different pieces that are traded on the exchange as an exchange traded product. ETFs really enter the mainstream. As I've kind of touched on a couple of times already, investors are sort of seeing the benefits and the ease of using them. Aussie investors turn to international equities via ETFs to gain exposure to listed companies offshore. Also, Vanguard says that the Australian ETF industry has recorded 39.5% average annual funds under management growth over the past 5 years, so it's growing quite rapidly. But having said that, it's still quite small when you look at compare in relation to funds under management of managed funds. That's those markets are $1 trillion markets. We're sort of only looking at $1 billion markets here at the moment. So ETFs have a long way to go to catch up to funds managed, I suppose, if that makes sense. Just a quick brief outlook here. In 2022, I think we need to get ready for more ETFs focused on ESG, so environmental, social, and corporate governance type themes. And I'm already seeing this right now. We're seeing more thematic ETFs. We're seeing quite a few from beta shares and also ETF securities. Investors are typically using ETFs to get their express their specific views, I suppose. Everyone has a little bit of a interest. Thematic ETFs will be used by investors to capture targeted global opportunities. So, whether that's, in emerging markets or, there's something happening with the government somewhere, we can kind of use those thematic ETFs to get exposure. Even more funds will flow into the ETF market next year, as predicted. And like I kind of touched on before, we're kind of looking for, well, the prediction is about a $200 million market cap. $200 billion market cap for the Aussie exchange traded product market. So yeah, that's just a quick overview, some basic numbers, nothing earth-shattering, but just a quick little overview to help you guys get a bit of an idea of what last year was and sort of looking forward to this year, I suppose.